Hi guys, welcome to today's session. So today we will be discussing the 30-day strategy for your upcoming RBI Grade B reasoning section, right? So we know that okay, in phase 1 reasoning has a very high weightage, right? You will be getting some 60 questions in here. So what to do in the last 30 days, how to go about the preparation. Let's say if you have started or you are thorough with the syllabus but now you have to practice. So what should be the strategy here? For the last 30 days, we will be discussing that completely today. Okay, so first let's understand what are the important topics that have the highest weightage in your examination, right? So you can see that I have taken for the past 3 years, I have taken all the data for 2023, 22, and 21. Now you can see here that the maximum weightage that we have here is from seating arrangement and puzzles, right? So there are 60 questions in the reasoning section, and you can see around 20 to 30 questions, minimum 20 to 30 questions. Like here you can see we have 14 plus 15, that is 29 questions. Here also we have 30 questions. Here also we have the 23 questions. So a very high weightage is for the seating arrangement and puzzles, right? So you can have some 5 puzzles or 6 puzzles and seating arrangement questions in there, right? And they are of difficult level. It's not that they are going to be very easy or very simple questions. Generally you will see that in puzzles and seating arrangement you will find something tricky, right, with variables added, something where you have to spend a lot of time, right? So you will be finding the maximum weightage for your puzzles and seating arrangement. Okay, half of the questions will, mostly half of the questions will be there from this topic. The second highest weightage is for logical or your critical reasoning. Like let's say next last year 23 we had 9 questions, 22 we had 12 questions, 21 also we have 12 questions. So very high weightage is for critical reasoning as well. Now critical reasoning comprises of your assumption based questions, inference based questions, conclusion based questions, course of action, strengthening and weakening the conclusion, right? Effect and cause here. So these type of questions, or it may be something based on the higher level of critical reasoning, right? The decision making type of questions. So those type of questions can come in critical reasoning, and it will have the second highest weightage as per the topics after your seating arrangement and puzzles, right? Then you will see the next highest weightage is for syllogisms, or let's say input output, right? Or you can have data sufficiency, or you can have a coding decoding alphanumeric series. So these are your set based questions, right? Syllogism will come as single questions, but you will get 4 questions or 3 questions. Generally you will see that there will be reverse syllogism, right, where they give the conclusion followed by a set of statements. So you have to find which statement will be the valid set of statements. Similarly, you can have coded syllogisms, or in inequality, you can have coded inequality, or in blood relation, you can have a family tree, or it may be a coded blood relation. Similarly, it can be a set of direction sense, right? Normal direction sense, or it may be a pathway of two different buses, which is finally reaching at the same point, right? So those type of questions have been seen previously in the examination. Similarly, you can have something based on alphanumeric series, right? You can see last year also we had 2 questions from alphanumeric series. So these are the topics which you have to prepare in the examination for this last 30 days, because this is the highest weightage, right? I have divided it as per the weightage here that we have seen in 23, 22, and 21. So you need to understand, like let's say we have 30 days remaining. Okay, for the last 30 days, what should be the strategy here? How focused our studies should be? Wherein we need to put in the maximum effort? You can decide it on the basis of the weightage that you have seen, right? So if you go through the previous year paper, you will see that yes, these are the questions which have the maximum weightage. So that means we have to put in the maximum efforts in these particular topics here, right? So the first highest weightage is for this. Then we have critical reasoning, which again is very important, followed by all the miscellaneous questions. Now out of the miscellaneous questions, syllogism can be very scoring, right? You can absolutely score very well in syllogisms. Similarly, you can score easily in your inequality, right? These are very scoring questions here. Direction sense can be very scoring. Sometimes blood relation can be tricky, but again this also can be a scoring one. Input output, it depends on the input output, right? If you are able to understand or crack the logic, it is a very easy question. But let's say if you are not able to crack the logic, then a easy question also becomes difficult. So it all depends on the logic there, that whether you are able to crack the logic. Generally you will see in input output we have number based input output, where there are different logics for each of the step. It is not just one particular logic that follows, it is different logic for different steps here, right? So there are few numbers given, then first step is something else, second step is something else, third step is having some other logic, right? So those type of input output we have seen in the past year, right? So practice these type of questions. Data sufficiency again can be something which you can see, right? Mostly you will see that it is there in the examinations. Some 4 to 5 questions or 3 questions can be there in data sufficiency. Now, what should be done in the last 30 days? First, let's understand the difficulty level also, right? So here you can see the difficulty level. If we talk about, you can see puzzles and seating arrangement, like this is 23 paper, right? So puzzles and seating arrangement were on the difficult side. You can see we had circular seating arrangement based on blood relation. So we have arrangement plus blood relation, right? A difficult one. Floor based puzzles were there, double row, linear arrangement was there, unknown number of persons was there, schedule based puzzle was there, tabular puzzle was there, designation based puzzle was there. So you can see all the topics are on the difficult side, right? They have some variables added. Generally, you will see in puzzles and seating arrangement, they will be adding some variables. But out of the 6 questions, also you will see that okay, there will be 1 or 2 puzzles which you can do. But generally, you will see that it is better, it is easier to score in the miscellaneous part rather than scoring in the puzzles. So it is always better to go for the miscellaneous first and then come back to the puzzles later. Okay, so what we need to do in the last 30 days here is that you have to divide it into all these topics. Like here you can see we have 12 topics on the screen. Okay, so you have to divide your timetable for each of the day. Like let's say you every day give 2 hours or 3 hours to reasoning. Okay, so 2 hours, let's keep 2 hours here. So every day you keep 2 hours for reasoning. In 1 hour you give completely to seating arrangement and puzzles. Do some 7 8 puzzles on a daily basis, good level puzzles with timer. Okay, so put a timer on, solve those questions, maybe from a PDF, maybe from a book. We have Puzzle Mania for from Olive Board for the puzzles and seating arrangement. You can check it out. We have absolute reasoning for other topics as well. You can check that out. Okay, so here you can see for puzzles and seating arrangement, you have to provide at least an hour with the timer. Okay, so put a timer in your phone and time yourself that whether you are able to solve the questions within 5 minutes or 6 minutes or not, right? And it has to be moderate to high level questions. Okay, because generally you will see that in the exam you will not be getting some easy direct question which can be solved within 2 minutes, right? You don't get those type of questions in RBI generally. If it comes, it's absolutely great, because if you have practiced for the higher level, the lower level questions you can automatically solve very easily. So it's better to prepare at the very best level. So make sure that you put in 1 hour daily for your puzzles and seating arrangement, right? Try to do some 7 8 puzzles on a daily basis, right? In that 1 hour, time yourself, which is very important. Then you have to do at least 1 or 2 miscellaneous topics on a daily basis. Like let's say today, do one, let's say, right? Because you have, like let's say you can see 2 questions, 2 I'm saying for daily, right? Apart from that, we are left with how many topics? We are left with 10 topics. Now for 10 topics you have 30 days, right? So you can even do one topic 3 days, right? So that is what we are saying, suggesting here. So pick up one topic, let's say from the miscellaneous portion. Like today I'll do syllogism. I'll practice easy level questions, the basic questions. Then I'll go for the reverse syllogism, coded syllogism, new pattern syllogism. I'll be giving the topic wise test for that particular topic which I have chosen for, let's say, the miscellaneous part. I'll be giving the topic wise tests for some puzzles and seating arrangement, right? So you have to do that on a daily basis, right? So pick up a topic, miscellaneous topic with puzzles and seating arrangement. So 1 hour for puzzles and seating arrangement and 1 hour for that particular topic, that is the miscellaneous topic. So it has to be something like a combination plus puzzles plus seating arrangement for 1 hour, and 1 hour for your miscellaneous topic combined with the topic wise test for that particular topic, the miscellaneous topic here. Okay, so try to do all the types of questions that we have, right? Easy level, moderate level, difficult level for syllogism, similarly for inequality, similarly for input output, similarly for blood relation. So this is how you have to divide. For critical reasoning, absolutely you have to do you have to have a very good reading habit. If you have a reading habit, you will see that somehow critical reasoning will become easier, right? You will be you will be able to comprehend the critical reasoning easily, right? So critical reasoning ke liye make sure that you have a good reading habit. And yes, we have absolute reasoning where you can find the basics of critical reasoning very very clearly, and they have taken some great questions in there, so you can check out your absolutely reasoning from Olive Wood. It's available online, right? So critical reasoning, you have to prepare well. We have some 9 to 10 questions every year from this particular topic. Similarly, input output, you have coding, decoding, you have blood relation, you have direction sense, right? Alphanumeric series, syllogisms, inequality. So these topics have to be covered on a daily basis. One topic, right? Take one topic daily, give the mock, give the topic wise test, and then see whether you are able to score well in that topic or not. If you are not able to score well, that means you need more practice for that. So put in another day for that particular topic, practice more, then see whether you are able to do all the questions or not. Okay, so this is how you have to divide the last 30 days. That is, on a daily basis you have to do your puzzles and seating arrangement with one miscellaneous topic on a daily basis, right? And make sure that you time yourself, because it is having a sectional timing, right? So doing 60 questions, you have to have a sectional timing here. So you have to make sure that you are able to attempt maximum in the reasoning section, because sometimes the quant may be on the trickier side, but reasoning you can score well in here, and you have the highest weightage in phase 1 from the reasoning section, right? So make sure that you attempt the maximum number of questions from here, isn't it? Similarly, reverse syllogism is on a difficult side, because you will take some time. If you are not able to eliminate some options, that means you will have to draw the diagram, right? So make sure that you practice the questions by making the diagram, the Venn diagram, that has to be done. Similarly, critical reasoning is generally on a difficult side, because the length of the passage, right? Comprehending the passage or comprehending the meaning of that particular critical reasoning can be difficult sometimes, right? What I understand from a passage and what you understand from a passage differs from the person to person due to difference in perspectives, right? So there is a difficulty reason in that particular topic, critical reasoning, which can be tricky sometimes. Similarly, machine input output depends on the logic here, right? So if the logic is difficult, it is going to be difficult here. Moderate topics are these. You can see inequality, blood relation, coding, decoding, right? Sometimes the syllogism, if it is a coded syllogism, it can be easy. Data sufficiency also can be of a moderate level. Okay, it is not necessary that data sufficiency has to be a difficult one. It may be possible that it is easy, right? They have given direct data and you have to just infer whether the data is sufficient or not. So it may be a easy one. Go through the question and then decide whether to complete that question, or whether you should do all the easier questions and then come back to it later. Similarly, you can have alphanumeric questions, which can be on the moderate side or easier side depending on the length of the alphanumeric series there. Okay, so this is the division that we have seen last year 23, right? So I hope we were able to understand that how much study we have to do, how much efforts we need to put in for each of these topics here. Okay, so chalo, thank you so much guys. I hope you understood this here. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on Telegram. I'll be happy to help you out with it. So chalo, thank you so much guys. I'll see you again with another session. Please take care, stay safe, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you.